And welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. You know, we're in like a 25th year and over 40,000 interviews under my belt. I gotta tell you, my favorite interviews are real estate and food. And with me, I'm blessed to have Sydney Ferguson, and you have a company called Sugar and Spice Soul Food.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I gotta tell you a quick story, and then I'll ask you some questions. I was covering an event in Orlando, and they took me to a soul food restaurant, first time ever. And I was in my 30s, maybe my late 30s, for the first time to be in a soul food restaurant. And first of all, the highlight was the cornbread. Okay, that was like just unbelievable. But the food was amazing. Now, I don't like spicy food, and I don't like vegetables, but I found myself eating some collard greens, which I never ate before, which had really good flavor. And I had a pork dish. I can't remember. I'm older than dirt, so I won't remember this. All right. Why'd you get into this?
But basically, I know since I came in the Fort Pierce area, in the Treasure Coast area,
Right.
I realized that there was a need for a soul food restaurant that will, cater to everyone, and it will be a clean environment and a family-friendly environment. So that's the reason that I got into the soul food restaurant business in Fort Pierce.
So, how long have you been around the food industry?
Well, I've been around the food industry since I was, a kid. I have family members that owns restaurants in the Bahamas and also in Miami. So I've been around the food industry for years.
Are you from the Bahamas?
Oh, yes, sir.
What part?
Nassau.
Okay. I can't even count how many times I've been to the Bahamas. It was my go-to place back in the late 80s and 90s. I would go probably once a month. And I'd switch off between Nassau and Freeport. But I love the Bahamas. And prior to you coming in, on my screen I'm looking at cruises to the Bahamas. I don't, my mom's 89. I took her out of assisted living, and she lives with me now. So it's hard to get away. But it's this longing to go back to the island that people have, and I have that longing to go back.
Yes,
so I called my wife. All right, so you get into this industry. You've been around food forever. I know that when you get into an industry, things change over the years. Have recipes that you have changed, or have you stuck with the tried and true stuff that you had from the beginning?
Well, we basically stuck with the recipe that we had, all through, even with the Bahamian recipe that we have for the fried conch and tongue fritter. Everything is basically the same. You're never supposed to change anything if it's working for you. So we start
Right.
with the traditional recipes.
What's your biggest seller?
Oxtail.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay, so going back to my food, I didn't have oxtail until 3 years ago.
Oh.
And oxtail is a very interesting thing to eat because it's like eating crab or lobster. It's work. Okay? For a little bit of delicious food, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay? Is preparing it difficult, or is it a simple prep?
It's simple. It takes prepare a pan of oxtail. It takes about 4 hours. You have to put the season, all the ingredients. Then you have to put it in the stove and have it marinate for like 4 hours. So it's it's not too difficult, but it is semi difficult.
So that's your biggest seller.
Yes, sir.
So I was looking at your menu, and I have the ability to come into your restaurant and buy hamburger and fries too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you really have made it that you can cater to everybody.
Yes.
Okay, so when I was looking at the menu that you gave me, I was looking at the pictures, because you have some very good pictures on there, and I was on your website. And I saw this, it looks like a pork chop covered in gravy.
Yes.
Okay, so what is that?
That's smothered pork chop.
Okay, what's the gravy? What kind of gravy is
Well,
it?
it's brown stew, like brown gravy,
Right.
and covered with fried pork chop. So it's we call it smothered pork chop.
So it's a fried pork chop.
You fried first, and then you smother it in gravy.
Okay,
brown
is
gravy.
it breaded too? Or not
No,
breaded?
no.
Okay, it's just
no.
fried.
Yeah, just fried.
Okay, so in soul food cooking, okay, is frying big?
Well, it's not most of it on the in soul food frying is mostly it's not big, but it's part of the soul food culture.
How'd the name soul food come about?
Well, soul food, it came about back in during the time of our ancestors. When we couldn't get anything like decent during slavery time to
Right.
eat, they used to put together you know pork and souse and different things that that was left over from the slavery days. So that's when they put everything together and they just turned it around and made a meal called it soul food.
Which became food that we all like to go eat.
Yeah, yes sir, yes
And
sir.
on that same level is the issue of chicken wings. They used to throw chicken wings out,
Yes sir.
and now they're a fortune to
Yes,
buy. Now
yes,
they're a fortune to buy,
yes.
and people love them. What's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish is the conch, fried conch.
Okay, so I remember having conch chowder when I was in the Bahamas. Okay, I never had fried conch. Is it chewy?
It's a quiet taste
Okay.
if you're not used to it, but it's more like it's a quiet taste. I can't really explain, but it is chewy. It's seasoned, nice seasoning. It's a quiet taste.
Is soul food a spicy food?
Yes, yeah, soul food is a spicy food.
What spices do they use?
Well, basically, garlic, black pepper, um, just some different herbs and spices. This thyme, we use thyme.
So it's not a spicy burn spice.
No, no, no. It's a good spicy.
Okay.
So it's not
A
something
flavored
that yeah
spicy.
something that you can tolerate. It is something that for flavor, but it's not spicy that you'll be have to drink a gallon of water after every bite.
Right, and that's my biggest thing because I don't like spicy food. Now, if I've acquired a taste for a little spice, that little bit of burn in the back of the throat, not on the lips
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yes.
The back of it's not so bad. And there are different kind of spices, different kind of burns. Like I like horseradish, okay,
Yes.
because that gives you a back of the throat burn, which is okay for me. I can tolerate that.
Yeah.
It's the lips and the tip of the tongue that I don't like burning. Okay, so you have this restaurant. You're in Fort Pierce.
Yes, sir.
On if I look at US one, are you east or west of US one?
We are west of US one.
How far?
Probably about it's not probably like 8 blocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah,
just
yes,
right
yeah,
by
yeah.
on Okeechobee.
Yes, right on Okeechobee and 25th, 2515 Okeechobee Road.
Can you dine in?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so you can dine in. You can take out. Guys, I got to tell you, when it comes to food, what happens is because I'm always on the run, I'm always eating out, and it's like, all right, I got to eat because I have to eat.
Yes.
So I don't get to eat like a bunch of different things because we're always ending up at this restaurant or that, and we eat the same restaurants all the time. So breaking that chain and going for something different is amazing. Now, what I've learned over the years I've been in 25 years reviewing restaurants is that just because I didn't like something at one place doesn't mean I won't like it at another place.
Absolutely
It
right.
all depends on how it was cooked.
Yes.
Who cooks in your restaurant? Your family? Is it all family?
No, it's not all family, but I have a chef that that cook, and I have other chef people that I hire. My main manager, Miss Kate Johnson. She's the one that oversees the other cooks. She's like the main cook.
You have family in the restaurant?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less than having family because the restaurant business and the bar business is not just a business, it's a lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
It's your social life. It is your work. I owned a bar. I owned bars in New Jersey when I lived there, and it became my whole life. You couldn't have another life over and above that, which was really kind of tough. You have kids?
Yes, I do.
Do they work in the restaurant?
Oh no, not yet.
Okay, they're young then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They ain't that young, but they have other businesses. They have their own business, so it's
Oh, do
hard
they?
for them. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
So, like you and like me, they're crazy and they open their own business?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. People don't get what it is to be an entrepreneur.
No, not
Okay.
at all.
We make $1.17 an hour, okay, because we don't have a 9 to 5. it never ever ends for us.
Yes.
Okay, we are not in a position to tell FP&L, yeah, and they didn't come in and buy this week. We can't tell FP&L that. They don't really.
Yes,
They don't really care.
You're right.
And we have to go home and do our bookkeeping and hiring.
Everything.
It's very, very difficult. Is finding good people to hire tough?
That's probably the most difficult of owning any type of business is good help.
Right.
Yeah, that's the most difficult of finding good help.
Who's your clientele?
Well, I cater to everyone. You know, everyone is basically my clientele. Everyone in the Treasure Coast area, from Port St. Lucie to Stewart to Fort Pierce, Vero Beach, everyone that's in the community is my clientele.
You know, it's interesting because you have this niche market that's not a big market. So when you have great product,
Yes.
people are going to travel for that great product.
Yes.
Okay? And I know for me, I started in Palm Beach County, and there's a chicken place there, and I drive from here to there to get chicken because it's my favorite fried chicken. Okay? I don't know any real soul food restaurants up here.
Now you do.
Now I.
Now
So
you do.
you know, guys, that I'll be there, and I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna talk about it. Okay? And I'm gonna. The funny thing is, being in entertainment for as long as I have been, we end up wanting to entertain people. So as a host, we do the stupidest things. So I got my tattoo on the air because I thought it'd be painful. So basically, for me, I've eaten food that a lot of people wouldn't eat. I try to stay away from the spicy. But I don't know if you've ever been to a fair. But
Yes.
okay, so they have a Krispy Kreme donut burger.
Mm.
So it's a hamburger, lettuce, tomatoes, onion, everything, on 2 Krispy Kreme donuts is the bun. I had the first one ever, okay, and I did it on air, okay, and it was like probably, I don't know, got to be like 3,000 calories.
No.
It's got to be ridiculous. But I'm going to go now to this restaurant, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about what I ate and what I thought. And I'm a picky eater, so you know from being with me for all these years that if I come and say something's good, you know it was really good. So basically what I do is I come on the air and I say I had A, B, C, D, E. And then I talk about B, D, and E, but I don't talk about A. That means it really didn't cut
Yes.
the mustard for me. Not that I didn't like it.
Yes.
And just because I don't like something doesn't mean someone else is not going to
You're
like it.
absolutely right.
Okay? And it's what makes this world go round. But I got to tell you now, I yelled at you already once for not bringing food. Okay? Now I'm going to find a lunchtime to scoot up there. My wife works up that way.
Okay.
So I have an excuse.
Yes, you do.
Okay? Do you guys deliver?
No, we do not at this present time.
Okay.
Yes.
Uber, can you get through Uber Eats or any of those?
Not at this present time.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
And the reason I ask is because they have what's called Free Food Friday, but they have it on Thursday, and they order they have like 15, 16 workers, and they order. So I'm going to have them make an order by you guys.
And I definitely, have a special delivery just for you guys.
They're on between Okeechobee and Orange on Kings Highway.
Okay.
So it's not far.
No. I have a delivery. I have one of my staff members deliver it.
They got tons of people. They can get their butts out there and come pick up. I'm going to give them the menu so that they can pick. But I'm looking forward now to finding time to get my butt up there and try some of the stuff on the menu. I was kind of skimming the menu, but then I got sidetracked because we were on your website.
Yes.
Which is better because now I can see the pictures.
Yes.
And you got some amazing pictures of some amazing dishes
Thank you.
on the website. What hours are you open?
We close on Mondays.
Okay.
So from Tuesday to Thursday, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And Sunday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, so you have a full schedule.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're doing lunch and dinner.
It's lunch and dinner. Probably in the next couple months, we're going to transition to breakfast.
Are you gonna have breakfast?
Yes.
Okay, so now my question becomes: soul food breakfast different than 2 eggs, bacon, and toast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What makes it different?
Well, you can have fried like smothered pork chops and grits and different. You have conch and grits. That's like a Bahamian type style. You have boiled fish and grits. So, like I said in the beginning of the show, I am a Bahamian, descent, so I have to input my Bahamian, dishes in the soul food.
Right. Otherwise, I can get it everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. The key here is going to somewhere that's authentic.
Yes.
Okay. And again, and I say it in other industries, always use a professional. Well, the soul food that you're getting has Bahamian roots to it.
Yes.
So it's pretty much authentic, as far as authentic as you can get. Okay, probably in the States, I would think.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna. Up on the screen came the phone number. You can always call and see what's up. You have a website?
Yes, it's sugar and spice soulfood.com.
Guys, check out this website. All I can tell you is that if you look at the pictures of the food that they have, you're going to get off your butt and you're going to get to this restaurant because the food looks amazing. So whoever took the product shots,
Yes.
we're a photography studio here, we do a lot of product shots. They did a great job because the food looks utterly amazing.
Thank you.
With that, Cindy, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody, stay tuned and we'll be right back.